Page 30, a mixed up song. At the top of page 30, they're introducing you to an interval of a fourth. A fourth is, count them out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take a C. If I want a fourth up, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a fourth. I want a fourth down, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a fourth. Interval of a fourth. In music, one will be on a line and the other will be on a space, or vice versa. But you'll learn to see them. They're all over in this piece. In the first line in the right hand, those are fourths. A C and an F, that's a fourth. All over the place. Now, for mixed up song, 4/4 time, you're gonna kind of take both hands at the same time. See, when I approach a piece of music that's a challenge for me, I like to do it one hand at a time, and I'll learn one hand, then I'll learn the other hand, and I'll try and put them together, which is a whole nother adventure, and try and do both hands. But sometimes, because of the way the piece is written, it makes more sense to do both hands at the same time, and this piece is one of those times. At the beginning, the left hand gets the first two notes, the second finger's on the F right here. The F below middle C. That puts the hand here. And it's got two notes. On the F, F. Then the right hand plays those fourths. The C and the F, that puts the right hand here. And then the left hand, and then the right hand, and the left hand. Oh, yeah, no wonder rolling. Then the next line is right hand only. Just leave your left hand there. Just let it rest gently on the keys, and just make sure you can get the notes. We're not worrying about rhythm or anything like that. Just get the notes. At the top of page 31, and I'll come back to that fermata thingy in a minute. Here, and then next measure both hands, and you're playing the same notes. That fun? Oh boy! Next line is the same as what we've already had. Then the fourth line down on page 31, then the left hand gets it. And then both hands, same notes. And then you finish it off. So not using a lot of notes, you're in C position here, because the bottom note in each hand is a C, in C position. There's a lot of C positions, but according to the music, this is the one we need. Now let's go get the rhythm. Sometimes I can do the rhythm and the notes at the same time. Sometimes I have to do one and then the other. You'll have to decide from song to song how you do it. If you're struggling with the notes, forget the rhythm. Just get the notes. And then you can go back and get the rhythm. So quarter notes and half notes, really, for the most part. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. The whole piece is just quarter notes and half notes for the most part. Now look at the top of page 31. In the first line, the last two measures, you get quarter notes. Then a dotted half note, that gets 3 counts now, because that's the same as 3 quarter notes. Then a quarter rest, so you come up on beat 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up on 4. Because beat 3 ends when beat 4 starts. That's why. Then at the bottom, the last measure, it's a whole note. Hold that down for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, off. In case you're wondering, I say off at the end to indicate that's when your hands come up. I say off rather than at 1 because there is no 1. The song ends there. There's no beat coming up. So if you don't do that, you'll only hold that down for 3 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you say 4, you'll lift up, thinking you've held it for 4 counts. You haven't. You've held it for 3 counts. Because beat 4 ends when the next beat begins. There is no next beat. That's why I say off. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, off. Now that's 4 counts. That's my method of doing it. You can do it any way you want. Just make sure you hold it down for the full 4 counts. Now we got all that, we go back and add the articulation. We got staccatos. And you can use a nice wrist staccato in here. And I recommend wrist because in the right hand at the beginning you have those 2 notes. You got to use wrist if there's more than 1 note involved. And if you're going to do it there, you just want to match them. keep them the same. Just bounce off the keys lightly, and I exaggerate this, but it's really just a little motion. And so add the staccatos, got those. We do the dynamics. It's medium loud at the beginning, loud on the second line, just a little louder than medium loud, and you'll have to decide what the loud and medium loud and all that is, because it's different. I've already been through that. It's just different. It's not a set volume, it's arranged, so you decide. And that's the dynamics. Then the only other thing I need to talk about is that fermata thingy at the top of page 31. The dot with a little half circle. The circle can be above or below the dot, doesn't matter. It's a dot with a half circle. That means you hang on to it longer than its value shown. So a half note gets 2 counts. Fermata, you'd hang on to it longer than that. How much longer, it's hard to say, because again it's a feeling thing. How long do you feel it? At the beginning of that line, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on to a little longer. It might be a beat longer, a couple beats longer, 3. Depends on how much wine you've had. I don't know. And then you go on. You get a fermata on the 4th line down in the left hand. And then go on. When I play with a metronome, I just take the value of the note and I double it. So a half note, instead of 2 counts, I'd hang on to it for 4 counts, and then I'd go on. The reason is I have to keep up with the metronome, so I need some system to help me that. So I just double the value and be done with it. Let's try this out slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not doing dynamics. You can do the dynamics on your own. Get to know the piece, get the mechanics out of the way, and start feeling these dynamics a little more. That's where the fun starts. So I'll give us 4 counts, so go ahead and put your hands in C position. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, hold, 2. 1, 2, 3, rest. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, hold, 2. 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, off.